If I had $1 million to give to you, would you take it now or ask me to keep it for tomorrow? I don't know about you, but I would want it now. In fact, I would want it yesterday. But most times, the real-life decisions we need to make don't always come to us easily, like the $1 million example. So we are tempted to hold on, weigh the pros and cons, seek advice, and all that merry-go-round type of thing. Seeking advice is great. Weighing the pros and cons is good. But there are times when they leave us even more confused than when we started. And then again, we stay back, start thinking, and make up excuses for why we shouldn't make the decision. I want to talk about a condition that I have. And I'm sure that at least half of the people in this room have this condition as well. But don't worry, it's not terminal, so we should all be safe. At least I hope so. So what's this condition? Procrastination. We stall for a whole lot of reasons. It can be that we do not have our facts together yet, and we are waiting for the right time for action. It can be that we need to move to a new place, but as humans, we like where everything is safe and normal, so we convince ourselves that it's not the time to move. It can also be that we had intentions to do good, but we were waiting for the perfect time to do it, and at the end of the day, we forgot about it, and we didn't do it anymore. It happens to every one of us, and if we finally get around to doing it, we discover that it wasn't even as complicated or as difficult as we thought it would have been. So I was working with a friend on a website, and I was doing the proofreading articles before he posted them, while he handled the technical parts, like checking for bugs, replying to emails, and all that technical cool stuff. I wanted to learn the technical part as well, but I kept on putting it off because I felt that he would always be there to help out. So after a couple of years, I took over the website from him, and everything was great. If I had an issue, I'll just talk to him and he'll fix it. But after a couple of months, he moved to a place where he couldn't be reached. And for a while, things were going well, but after about 2 months, an issue came up. The official email address stopped working, and I was receiving emails, but I couldn't reply to any. Emails were piling up. The option I had was to use my personal address, and that wouldn't have been good for publicity. So it was either I fixed it myself, or I paid someone to fix it, and I didn't want to pay anyone. So I went to everyone's best friend, Google. And immediately I typed that how-to and ran the how-to search. I was bombarded with so much information on how to fix this, and I felt, oh, it was going to be easy. So maybe I should just relax and fix it later. But as I was about to take a break, another email came in. I just told myself it's now or never. And surprisingly, it was very easy and not even as complicated as I had thought. So it made me think about how most of the times we put things off until we are choked with deadlines. And sometimes the cost may be little, sometimes the cost may not be so little. So this poem is me throwing shade at myself for everything I've procrastinated on. And if it feels like I'm talking about you, welcome to the club, because I am. I'm ready for this, but I should just do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, the day with the biggest workload ever. If I were tomorrow, I will hide somewhere until the day after tomorrow comes to save me. I guess that's why tomorrow never comes. What you leave undone today will come back to haunt you tomorrow, filling your soul with guilt and regrets, with thoughts of what would have been and what could have been, keeping you up at night when you should have been asleep. The extra 5 minutes you spend waiting for the perfect time to do it are 120 seconds you could have used to do the work. So take the bulls by the horn or take the horns from the bull. Either way, just get off your couch and do it. You can take up the offer and move to another city, or you can choose to stay back and wait till a rainbow makes the perfect arc in the sky. But what if your big break was waiting for you and you missed it? What if the first step would have led you to an idea that would have changed your life? If opportunities come but once, wouldn't you rather take them now and laugh at yourself later? Or would you prefer to drag your feet and then beat yourself up later? See, I want this table I'm shaking to break because I'm sitting at the head of this table. And if you're anything like me, then tomorrow is your favorite day of the week and later is your favorite time of the day. You sit in your comfort zone and say it doesn't matter when you miss out on opportunities, but you fail to acknowledge the role that you played in driving it away. But one thing is certain, it is true. It is true that you added that web page to your favorites last night because you intend to complete the application later. It is true that I have tons of unfinished stories that I'll complete tomorrow. It is true that you said you will read a book every week this year, but the 8th week has come to an end and you're yet to begin the first book. It is true that you haven't called your mother this month, but Mother's Day is coming, and social media will be filled with "I love you, Mom," referring to moms who have never heard these words before. We are all at this table, and this table needs to break. This table needs to break because intentions do not matter. If you didn't do it, then it doesn't matter that you planned to do it. You planned to call, but you didn't, period. You wanted to go to the gym, but you didn't, period. And it is true that these words are piercing your soul, but they'll leave you the moment we leave here. It is true that all we have is now. Now is the time to run with that business idea that is stuck in your head. Now is the time to learn to code like you always wanted to. Now is the time to take up your phone, call your mom, and let her hear you say those words, "I love you, Mom." So think about one thing that you've been putting off. Don't think about the perfect time to do it. Just say, "I'll do it."
I'll do it.
So are you ready?
Yes.
Are you set?
Yes.
Action.